World News in 5.
Right now.
News and developments making headlines around the world in 5 minutes. World News in 5. Here on Radyo Pilipinas World Service.
Good day, I am Peñano with today's World News in 5. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu says Israel will resume talks to end the Gaza war and secure the release of hostages, but only on terms acceptable to Israel. The move follows a ceasefire proposal by Egypt and Qatar, already accepted by Hamas. The plan includes a 60-day truce and prisoner exchanges. Despite this, Netanyahu insists Israel will press ahead with plans to capture Gaza City. The military has called up 60,000 reservists, while thousands of Palestinians flee advancing tanks. The Gaza Health Ministry reported 70 deaths in the past day from Israeli strikes and 2 more deaths from malnutrition. Israel disputes those figures. Meanwhile, hundreds of residents staged rare protests in Gaza City, calling for an end to the war. In our news, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky says massive overnight strikes show Russia is avoiding peace talks and has no real interest in ending the war. According to news agency Reuters, Russia launched 574 drones and 40 missiles overnight in one of its largest attacks since the invasion began in 2022. 1 person was killed and 22 wounded. Strikes hit western Ukraine, including a US-owned flex electronics plant in Zakarpattia, which Zelensky called a deliberate attack on American investment. Russia denies targeting civilian infrastructure. US President Donald Trump has met both Zelensky and Vladimir Putin in pursuit of a peace deal, but acknowledged Moscow may not be ready to negotiate. Zelensky urged Washington to respond firmly if that proves true. Talks on long-term security guarantees for Ukraine also continue among US and European allies, though Moscow has criticized being excluded. Since Russia's full-scale invasion, thousands of civilians have died and more than 1 million soldiers on both sides are estimated killed or wounded. North Korean leader Kim Jong-un has honored troops who fought for Russia in its war against Ukraine. According to state media KCNA, Kim decorated returning soldiers, praised their role in what he called the liberation of Kursk, and said their combat activities proved the strength of the North Korean army. The ceremony included a memorial tribute, a concert, and a banquet with bereaved families. South Korean lawmakers, citing intelligence reports, estimate that about 15,000 North Korean troops have been deployed to Russia, with around 600 killed in action. Meanwhile, in Kenya, at least 5 bodies have been recovered from shallow graves linked to a suspected religious cult. Authorities say the graves were found on the outskirts of Malindi in Kilifi County, close to the Shakahola forest, where more than 400 cult victims were exhumed in 2023. Kilifi County Commissioner Josephat Biwot told news agency Reuters that 27 sites have been excavated so far and the operation is ongoing. Kenya's public prosecutors believe victims may have been starved or suffocated as part of extreme religious practices. At least 11 suspects are under investigation. And that concludes today's edition of World News in 5. For Radyo Pilipinas World Service, I am Peñano. Good day.
World News in 5.
Right now.
News and developments making headlines around the world in 5 minutes. World News in 5. Here on Radyo Pilipinas World Service.